44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit.
Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real. I got real soldiers, kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the spin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. In the feel like Jeepers Creepers, say they want some smoke, dawg. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Ain't coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we running, bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till death do us part. So if you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch, bless your heart. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the mud, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dawg? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dawg. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that econ line van to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in that attic like they in front. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, I'm gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it, got it out the dust, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel, he nice but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for real.
Hey, hey. Yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Fuck wrong with you, boy? They know what time it is, nigga.
Better watch how you step in, yeah. But that was my niggas,
Shit. Yeah. A minute, yo. Got my nigga Ramon with me.
but that was my niggas, it'll be an honor.
You know what I'm saying?
Under command and general, your
Yeah.
honor. That for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Look, hey, straight off the top, I love all of my niggas. That shit ain't gon' stop till we on top and we ballin', my nigga. We be fly as fuck, you know them bitches be stalking my niggas. That shit'll never change and it's the same with all my niggas. City to city, I should be at home. That's what my ribs say. But bitch, I'm grown, I'm in these streets and closed caption. Niggas know we bout that action. If a nigga play with me, then my Hakim gon' let him have it. Hey, think you the shit, this truth, this shit. Nigga play, I let that Ruger hit. Get on them tracks, they be like, who is this? I'm rude with it, ain't got no manners. All them pussy niggas talking shit, y'all know they can't stand us, but we UPK Louisiana, bitch, that's what I'm reppin'. And my niggas solid number, real ones in my section. If you wanna get down, put your boots on, start steppin'. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you steppin', cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and him and hug him. It's amazing to see how well we adapt from the struggle. Born again from a life of sin, trapped in the gutter. My mind frame was to kill my own kind. Feeling inferior, waking up ready to die. Run with them killers, so it's just a matter of time. For why take your life or let you take mine? That's when I realized the slaves killing slaves while the white man live to get old. We in them graves, and shit got me feeling played. I opened the Bible, went through them records, found out we was royalty, a nation to be respected. But in this world we rejected, we hated for our complex. Still fighting to get accepted. We hear the truth and reject it, but love is getting corrected. And all my niggas correct me. The commandments, the foundation we erected. Brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Brotherhood is a weapon. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. If I die for my niggas, it'll be an honor and a blessing. Better watch how you stepping, cause brotherhood is a weapon. Hey, hey. Hey, hey.
According to God, the white man is the devil.
You see, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass she the give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that. Let bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass she the prophet. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up on parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know that it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the problem. With step, I'm solid for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, I ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just pay with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high. Got your baby pass through the fire. Ass she the prophets, that baby soul belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will fail you, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Hey, shalom, Yahweh Shimmy Abishai Rocket Thumb, Yahweh Shema Thumb by Shimmy Abishai, Priest Officer Amawanga Bar, ISUPK and the Commander Johanna, Tuesday Brotherhood class. What we do is teach Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians who they are, according to the Bible, that our oppressors, the devil, the Bible speaks of. And tonight, what we're going to get into is why is polygyny a part of our culture? You know, that's a lot of questions everybody been asking. You feel me? Why do we teach polygamy, basically multiple wives? But what you don't understand is polygamy has always been a part of our culture. The so-called white man, our oppressors, is the ones that invented monogamy during the Roman Empire. You feel me? And of course, America is one of the daughters of the Roman Empire. You feel me? They came out of the Roman Empire, just like many of these white kingdoms. But yeah, though, so we're gonna talk about it tonight. We're gonna talk about it in the Bible. We'll talk about it. We're gonna read an article first. Talk about why you should probably try it. You feel me? Maybe you might not be lonely. Maybe you might not have 5 baby daddies. So lucky. I was not throwing no shots at nobody. Come on, man. I promise I was not throwing no shots. What he say? Are you my daddy? It's a lie. It's a lot of dashikis out here. There's a lot of and that shit gotta stop. That stuff gotta stop. You feel me? And that's the point of our class. We teaching Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, you know, the truth. And the truth is they the chosen people of God. And they know damn way the Most High wanted the daughters of Israel, which is Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indian women, to have 5 baby daddies. Come on, man, stop it. That don't even make sense. Yeah, if I could, let's get into that first article. Yeah, we're just gonna do one. I know I sent you 2, but hey, we ain't gonna mess with that one. Let's do the one about I think the title National Library of Medicine. Yeah, we just do that one. We're gonna read the whole thing. It's pretty long. If anybody, you know, seeing it's real interesting and want us to go longer, I could just DM it to you or put it in the chat. Matter of fact, that's what I'll do. I'll put it in the chat right quick. Because we ain't gonna read the whole thing. It's like, you go ahead.
Married Black men's opinions as to why Black women are disproportionately single.
Right.
A qualitative study. This study's purpose was to explore the reasons Black women are disproportionately single, according to the unique viewpoint of married Black men. The sample comprised 52 married Black men who resided in Northeast Georgia. Qualitative interviews were conducted in 2010 as a part of the Pathways to Marriage study. The authors analyzed the data in a collaborative fashion and utilized content analysis to explore the relationships in the data which were derived from qualitative interviews with the men.
Right. So if people don't know that that's a study that's happening, you crazy. You feel me? We don't talk about Black women being single as a problem for no reason. You feel me? This study's been done on y'all. You feel me? To see why y'all single. Why is there so many Black women single? You feel me? When y'all making all this money, y'all are the most beautiful women on the planet. You feel me? Go ahead.
Find us on the reason for the disproportionality of singlehood among Black women reflected in these 4 themes: gender relations, marriage, education and socialization, individual development, and a preference for gay lesbian relationships.
See, in all those aspects was stuff that happened to us during slavery, during what is the Willie Lynch letter, all that. You feel me? It's all type of psychological stuff that was done to Black, Hispanic men and women to make Black women single. You feel me? All type of philosophies that was pushed on you, feminism, all that stuff. When you didn't even know that every woman is supposed to be married, you're not supposed to be single. Beyonce lied to you. Beyonce came up with that song, All the Single Ladies, 2008. Guess what happened? In October of that same year, she married Jay-Z. And her and Jay-Z was together for years before that song came out. Beyonce told you to be a single lady. She was on her way to get married. She's finna walk down the aisle, do the thing all you women want to do, and you ain't even know it.
Recommendations for future research are discussed. Recent estimates highlight an important trend. Black women are less likely to enter into marriage or remarry than a black men or women from other racial and ethnic groups.
Mm-hmm.
Furthermore, 7 out of 10 black women are unmarried, and 3 out of 10 may never marry.
Right. It's say 7 out of 10 black women are unmarried. You single. They single. Y'all think we be joking when we always talk about you gonna be on 35 and ticking? We don't be playing. That's what the statistics show. That's what the statistics say. 7 out of 10. That's high. That's a high number. You feel me? That's a really high number. You go ahead.
Yes, like I said, if I made what you bringing that is so heavy. I was reading a study, and it says that it goes up to 8 out of 10 if she's so-called educated with a degree.
Mm-hmm. Just gonna break down some of that. But look, okay, so it's like 7 out of 10 black women are unmarried, 3 out of 10 may never marry. So basically 10 out of 20 not married. If you do the math. If you do the math, 10 out of 20 black women ain't married. You put 20 black women in a room, 10 of them not married. You put 100 of them in a room, 50 of them not married. That's crazy. You go ahead.
Thus, a disproportionate number of black women who are single has been well documented.
Mm-hmm. They documented it. They documented it. We like a science project. They document everything we do.
This demographic pattern is so noticeable that it has even received considerable attention from popular media. CNN documentary titled Black in America, ABC Nightline special titled Why Can't Successful Black Women Find a Man?
That's why I said it's an epidemic. You feel me? They done pushed y'all in them colleges. They done gave y'all the better jobs. Y'all kicked the man out the house, and now you single. You can't. You wonder why you can't find a man. You know why you can't? Because the oppressor of the devil, the Bible speaks of. That's why you can't find a man. All these psychological attacks on a black, Hispanic, and Native Indian neighborhood, and you didn't even know that this was gonna be the outcome. You thought you was finally gonna be somebody in the house. They was pushing you towards the top of the house, which goes against the Most High. The man's supposed to run the house, regardless of finances. And now you wonder why you can't find a man, because of the white man. Psychological damage that he done to us. You feel me? And black men running away from black women. That's why I said in the upper talk about interracial. You go ahead.
And it's like you said, if I may, it's talking about why can't a successful black woman find a man. I did a class a while back showing that the average black couple, just the average black man make $20 an hour, the average black woman make $20 an hour. The average black couple earns way more money than the single black woman with a master's degree or a PhD.
Damn. So just the average black couple, regular jobs,
$20 an hour, 9 to 5.
they making more than you done went to school all them years. All them trains ran on you trying to get in that sorority. Damn, that's crazy. They got destroyed in that white man's college. Mentally been destroyed. That's crazy.
Social scientists have found considerable heterogeneity in the black woman's reasons for remaining single. Among those desiring to marry, scholars have identified barriers related to economic instabilities, challenges that undermine long-term relationship success, difficulty in trusting,
because they say men are always dealing with somebody else.
Current relationship problems.
Can't get that right because you want to be the ruler over the house. You don't want to let the man rule.
Pain from past relationships.
Getting ran through. That got that trauma from the past relationships. Well, ISUPK always say the sperm from the last man is left inside of you. You feel me? And I forgot how you put it, but it messed your head up. You got all these different men. It's in your head. It's like right. That's how you said science proves you're not supposed to have sex with more than one man. Because when they leave they sperm inside of you, it's like they leaving a part of themselves inside of you. You feel me? And it's altering your mind and all that. Good.
So like you said, if I may, so what you're saying is if a brother's arguing with his woman, spiritually he's arguing with another man.
He arguing with another man. Because look, and then that's so heavy because think about all the stuff she learned from that man. All the game or whatever that she done soaked in from him, and now their relationship ends, she get with another man. Now, you're right, she arguing with him and his philosophy, basically. It's the woman he arguing with, but it's the man philosophy that he put inside her brain. That's funny as hell. Damn, dog.
Inequities in human capital between partners. Fears of divorce.
So women, they ready to leave because they scared of you might leave them first. So they don't even want to get married because they think you might lead them first. That's insane. That don't even really make no sense. To be honest, that don't even really make sense. Like, I'm scared to be in a committed relationship because you might leave me. And that's why I titled tonight's class, Why is Polygyny, you feel me, a part of our culture? Why is it a part of our culture? This is why. Polygyny will stop all this. All these fears, all this trauma. It'll stop this. What did it say? Past relationships? You think you could jump from man to man? Polygyny will stop that.
So like, if I could real quick,
Go ahead.
jumping from man to man and being with so many different men, that'll make it harder for you to be able to commit yourself to one man.
That's what they saying in the study. That's what you just said is exactly what the study. They said they building barriers. They building barriers because of past relationships, past relationship trauma, all that. Fear of divorce.
And concerns about readiness for marriage, lack of skills, and prepared for marriage.
Right. So that they ain't even been given the skills to be prepared to be married. And guess what? Who fault that is? The parents, the mother, and the father, if they have one. But most of the time, it's probably the mother, because she didn't know what to do. She didn't know what marriage was. She didn't know what love is. And what you got to understand is love is sacrifice. That's what you got to get in the first place. Love is sacrifice. And you ain't ready for that because you weren't taught that. You was taught that love was just all about being happy. And once you stop smiling every day, that you need to go to somebody else that's going to make you smile.
Other works suggest that some women are happy to remain unmarried, given their uncertainties about the permanency of marriage or their desire to concentrate on their professional lives.
There we go with professional lives. There we go. Professional lives. They putting their professional lives over their marriage. You feel me? Ain't nobody never tell you that ain't got nothing to do with getting a man, keeping a man. You feel me? Your professional life is not gonna make you keep a man. You go ahead.
And that's funny you say that because Beyonce, one of the richest women in the world, is a married woman. But so I would have to ask this question then. You know what I'm saying? How come women never equate being single or being unmarried to not having sex?
I don't get it. I don't get it. What they say, the egg came before the chicken or something like that. That's old school. The chicken came before the egg. You feel me? Like, you feel me? That just don't make sense. You feel me? Why y'all gotta have sex if you don't want to be in a relationship? Just don't have sex either. Then your next relationship might be good.
And personal responsibilities, parenting, have counseled Black women in clinical settings on these issues.
Damn, they had to get counsel. You feel me? This is serious. They had to get counsel. And now y'all see, y'all be thinking we be joking and stuff when we be saying y'all gonna be on 35 and ticket. Man, that is serious, man. You're gonna need, or you're gonna end up in counseling. So yeah, let's drop that. Cause like I said, this is a big, long article. Drop down to where the bullet point where it say education and employment.
Education and employment. Educational achievement and employability have been linked to Blacks' entry into marriage and their marital satisfaction, particularly among men as income rises.
It's educational achievement. How is that affecting your marriage satisfaction? I'm telling you, man, it's the philosophy. I'm telling you, philosophy. Wake up, you watch Disney Channel all the time. You sitting there watching Lizzie McGuire, and all that, and you seeing they mama and daddy going to work, coming home, eating dinner, and that's what you want. So when your man lose his job or whatever, and you ready to kick him out the house.
It's like it said for me. It says educational achievement. And what I found out is that, you know, Becky and Ling, they go to college to get a man. They go to school to find a man.
Mm-hmm.
Black women go to college to prove they don't need one.
Prove they don't need a man. That's insane. Because you would think they'd go to Spelman and all that to get with a doctor or a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to go prove that they don't need the doctor or lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
That's insane. That's why I say after this class over, women ain't gonna want to think no more. After this class, women gonna be like, you know what? I don't think we should think. I think we should just sit back and just let the man do what he do, because we ain't really good at thinking. Like, we got all educated and everything, and still make the dumbest decisions. A lot of that.
It's like it's having roll to the bottom of the damn thing.
No, you good. Go ahead. You good whenever you get the. Yeah, though, man. And then they say employability. You know, that's talking about black men. You feel me? Educational achievement and employability have been linked to blacks' entry into marriage and their marital satisfaction. Right, then it say particularly among men, as income rises and jobs become more secure, the probability of marriage increases. So that's what it takes to increase. For marriage to increase among men, they say the job security and the income going up. You feel me? And that's why, a lot of people tell you don't chase women. You feel me? To chase your career, build your career. Because women ain't gonna want to deal with you. That's what the statistics say. Women not gonna want to deal with you unless you're successful. So if you want a baddie, what they call it or whatever, you gotta chase your career and worry about her later. When that's crazy, because that ain't how life's supposed to go.
Particularly among men, as income rises and jobs become more secure, the probability of marriage increases. Though marriage is delayed when black men pursue post-secondary education, the probability of marriage increases. Among black men, scholars noted a decline in well-paying jobs and consequently a rise in unemployment and underemployment. Ethnographic work has highlighted how compromised educational and economic opportunities, as well as perceived loss of freedom, undermined the likelihood that men will marry.
You see what I'm saying? That's crazy.
Furthermore, economic opportunities have waned for black men and black women with criminal records. Blocked opportunities in the labor market and the continuous surveillance and follow-up, often required after imprisonment, hinders one's ability to participate in the workforce. That's
why I say, man, it's not sweet out here, man. You feel me? Them trying to get you locked up, knowing that this fast lifestyle that you love, the glitz and glamour, gonna end up getting you in jail. Guess what's gonna happen when you get out of jail? It's gonna be hard to find a job. And guess what? It's gonna be hard to get a woman, because women ain't gonna want you unless you got a job. This is the white man is strategic when he come down to trying to break down the black family. He is strategic the way he do it, man.
This reduction in employment prospects for black men has been termed the depletion deficit.
The depletion effect. They got a name for it.
That's what I was.
You feel me? They got a name for it. I ain't even know that. That went over my head when I looked at this earlier. They got a whole name for it. For when you getting out of jail and can't get a job.
This effect undermines family formations and promotes joblessness and loss of power in relationships.
This is a study. You feel me? What is this article? The medicine? What said? Some of medicine? I don't even remember. I'm just so irritated. National Library of Medicine. They did a study. They did a study on us, man. And you read that part again for me?
Concept. This effect undermines family formation and promotes joblessness and loss of power in relationships.
It promotes joblessness and loss of power in relationships. And our oppressor is the devil, man. You want to know why your family destroyed? You want to know why you single? That's why.
Recently, there's been evidence to suggest that black women have advanced more in education and job opportunities relative to black men. Noted that women are encouraged to pursue education, secure employment, and be self-reliant in communities where there's a shortage of marriageable men.
Right. So the men that they looking for, they looking for the high value, what they call $100,000 or better, where it's a shortage, and they don't even know that it's a shortage on that. They going to school making all this money and thinking that they're gonna meet somebody that makes the same amount of money that they make. I guess what statistics say is not true. They say it's a shortage.
Black women have traditionally worked in the labor force to help sustain their families, but over time they have become more independent and less likely to marry solely for financial support.
Right. They become more independent and they less likely to marry.
As the discrepancy in education and employment prospects for black men and black women increases, greater challenges in their formation and maintenance of intimate relationships can follow. Black women's upward social mobility may not always be celebrated by black men.
Hell no. It's not. You feel me? And they say that we intimidated, but we not intimidated. We just don't want to deal with a stupid bitch. You feel me? We don't want to deal with a woman that thinks she just know everything. They think she gonna be our mama because she make more money. Tell us what to do, what to wear, how to dress, how to talk. You feel me? It's not happening, man.
Who may view themselves in competition with black women for similar educational and employment opportunities, or may have difficulty relating to women who might otherwise be viewed as intimidating.
Right, and that's why I say you're not intimidating. We just don't want to deal with that shit. That shit is annoying. The woman that got a college degree that make $150,000 a year, that bitch is annoying. She's annoying. She's not fun. She's not a woman you want to deal with. You feel me? And they say, oh, I'm intimidating. No, you're not intimidating. You feel me? They feel like I'm competing. That's what they say, competition with black women. They feel like I'm in competition every day with you. And that ain't how it's supposed to be. Just because you make a little more money than I do. Shouldn't feel like I'm in competition with you.
And it's like I said, if I made the average black woman with a master's degree only makes $58,000.
And you're only making $58,000.
That's not enough to be on your high horse.
Man, look, I don't even want to say nothing personal. You hear me? But that's crazy. You went to school all them years and that's all you make.
Documenting the sentiment among black men that black women help block social mobility for black men. They attributed these women's efforts to black women's low regard for their male peers. There are 91 black males per 100 black females.
Mm-hmm. Hold on, wait. They said there's 91 black males for 100 black females. Now that number's off a little bit. That number is way lower. That number's way, way lower. Baby.
Available black females outnumber black males as a result of mortality, morbidity, and imprisonment. Black
right, that's what I'm saying. See, they not counting a lot of men. You feel me? They not counting a lot of men. They ain't counting the ones that diarrhea. They ain't counting the ones in jail. You feel me? Black females outnumber men way more than that number. Way more.
When there are more women than men, the likelihood of marriage for women is poorer.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So, and the topic of tonight's class, why is polygyny part of our culture? You feel me? Studies show there is more black women than black men. So how the hell are all y'all gonna have y'all own personal husband? Please, the math ain't adding up. There's no way you're gonna have your own personal husband. Statistics show that it's more black females than it is black men.
The availability of mates in the marriage market affects the likelihood of marital formation and longevity.
Right.
In marriage markets where women are outnumbered by men, men could be more selective when choosing a man.
Could be what?
More selective.
Why is polygamy a part of our culture? Men can be more selective. You feel me? Because it's more women than it is men.
And when choosing a mate, and exert more leverage in romantic ties, using the influence to control relationships.
I'll take a drink of that. I'll take a drink on that. I'll take a shot on that. You stupid. No, we can't say that no more. Unstable creature. That's what I'm gonna call it. But no, I say in marriage markers where women are outnumbered, they outnumber. Hold on, wait. In marriage markers where women are outnumbered by men, men can be more selective. You feel me? When choosing a mate and exert more leverage in romantic ties, using the influence to control the relationship formation and duration. You feel me? When a man basically he get to choose the woman. You feel me? And you gotta sit back and just basically sit there and wait. You gotta sit there and wait for the man to choose you because you outnumber men anyway. You feel me?
The imbalance of males to females is further exacerbated by the increased likelihood that black men will marry someone of another race as compared to black women.
Right, and that's what we saying. Black men, you out there making $100,000 a year. You a black woman, you make $100,000 a year. You think you're gonna meet you a black man that make $100,000 a year? He want him a white girl. You thought you was gonna meet you a black man that make $200,000 a year, and he want to marry Lizzie McGuire. You feel me? He wanna marry Susie Q. But you thought that because you make $100,000 a year, that you was gonna get that high value man. He want a white girl. That's what the statistics say. That's what the statistics say. They say he gonna marry a girl from another. He want Jeannie Mae. You thought you was gonna marry Jeezy. He went and got a Chinese girl. You damn stupid. You stupid as hell. Should have went and got Tyrone in the hood. Bossed him up. Maybe he got a business that he can't get off the ground because he lacks the financial resources. You got the financial resources. You and Tyrone could have been a power couple that you dreamed of.
So maybe he's just a regular 9-to-5 brother making $20 an hour.
Right, or he making $20 an hour, but he got all the game in the world to grow you. You feel me? To make you better. You feel me? Real talk. So yeah, let's go to incarceration and we'll drop it after that.
The higher proportion of incarcerated black adults has been negatively linked to marriage. Blacks and black males in particular have been in prison at higher rates than whites or women.
So that's what I'm saying. It's more black men in prison than it was in slavery. How is all these women gonna get their own personal husband? It ain't adding up.
1/3 of black men between the ages of 20 and 29 are in prison as of 2003.
Damn, 2029. Damn, that's crazy. 1/3. Jeez.
So like I said, if I may, as a recent, it's not as bad as 1 in 3.
Okay. Cool. So
the proportion of black men and women incarcerated has been strongly associated with non-marriage than with the sex ratio. Other work highlights specific ways in which economic relationships deteriorate after a male is incarcerated, such as loss of instrumental and emotional support, as well as intimacy.
Damn. But yeah, you go to that's over. The money, the intimacy, that's a wrap. Hell yeah, that's over with. That's what I'm saying. This is all a setup.
Despite considerable attention to macro-level influences that impact black unions, only a fraction of the variations in relationship patterns can be attributed to structural factors, such as employment, education, sex ratio, and incarceration. Therefore, it seems critical to reflect on other reasons, such as micro-level factors, that might shape the tenor of black relationships, such as gender relations and interpersonal trust. We'll review these two relationship dynamics next.
All right, well, look, we could drop that there. Like I said, this is a very long article. I put it in the chat for anybody that want to go read it. You feel me? That go what the sisters say. That's what the so-called white man is telling you of the studies he done of why black women is single. You feel me? So now what we're gonna do is so we get into the articles. Get into the scriptures. And let's tell you what the Bible say about why polygamy is part of our culture. Let's go to Genesis 3 and 12.
The book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 12. And the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me, she gave me of the tree, and I did eat.
Right. So basically, this is Adam and Eve. They the first people that was in the truth. And a lot of people say, well, Adam only had one wife. You know, why y'all believe in polygamy? Adam only had one wife. And now Adam is blaming this one wife on the reason why they left the truth. Because you got, okay, look, it's like, yeah, all right, most of that Christ. So look, Adam and Eve, okay, they the first people in the truth, right? It's I ain't gonna say millions of people. That's just a word I like to use because I know it was a lot of people already there. But it was a bunch of people already on the planet. Adam and Eve was the first people in the truth, and the Most High came looking for them because He chose them. And the first thing He see is that they left the truth. They learning and doing what the heathens doing. You feel me? They doing what the heathens doing now. They living like the heathens, eating what they eat, dressing how they dress, talking how they talk. And the first thing He said, He blamed it on the woman. He said, the woman that thou gave me to be with me, she gave me the tree and I did eat. You feel me? Go ahead. We're going all the way to 16.
Come. Verse 13. And the Lord God said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And
right. This is monogamy right here. Y'all say monogamy? Y'all say Adam and Eve was monogamous. Well, the Most High is telling this one woman, this one wife that He had, what hast thou done?
And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat.
Right. She got finessed by the serpent. The serpent was a race of people in the garden that was real slick and conniving. They remind me of the so-called white man. You feel me? And the so-called white man is the serpent in the garden. You feel me? He has the spirit of the serpent in the garden. In the same way the so-called white man is beguiling the black women today with all these, oh, go to college, go get your money, kick them out the house. You feel me? Making black women single. The serpent was making the black women single back then. You go ahead.
Come. Verse 14, and the Lord God said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field.
Right, and that's what the Lord always equated the heathen nations to animals because that's the way they live. All you gotta do is look at the stuff they eat, look at the way they dress. The Africans don't wear deodorant. They say must is their natural smell. You feel they eat little turtles and pangolins and all type of stuff, start worldwide pandemics like the COVID-19. They the beast of the field, but the so-called white man, our oppressor, is he say that they are cursed above all of them. That's why the so-called white man got that red skin, so you can see him, and you know that that is the serpent. That is the devil the Bible speaks of.
And above every beast of the field, upon thy belly thou shalt go.
Right, upon thy belly. That means he'd be low. See, a lot in the Christian church, in the Catholic Church, they teach you the serpent can talk and had legs. That's what they say about the serpent. It don't even, and then they say it was a snake. This don't say a snake. It say a serpent. You feel me? That's exactly what it say. It was a serpent. You feel me? And hold on, wait. I ain't got Alexa, but let's do this real quick for people that might be new and don't know what we talking about when we say serpent. You feel me? The definition of a serpent is a treacherous person, not a snake. So that's why it says serpent and not anaconda. Go ahead.
So like I said, Catholic Church teach that the snake can talk and have legs.
Man, yeah, and the Christians.
Walking around.
And the Christians. I didn't even grow up in the church, and I know that from watching comedians on Saturday Night Live. It's a liar. Hell no, I'm dead ass is though. But yeah, they say the serpent was cursed above all the beasts, which is this is talking about people. They just call beasts of the field because the way they live like animals. They lawless and they live like animals. Go ahead.
And thus shalt thou eat all the days of thy
right,
life.
grimy. They say they're gonna be grimy.
Verse
Eating
6.
dust is synonymous with just being a grimy person. You feel me? Low down, dirty. You feel me?
Verse 15, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman.
Right, enmity. That's I think that's friction. You feel me? Friction between thee and the woman. The serpent today would be the so-called white man, and the woman is talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, the children that come out of her.
And between thy seed and her seed.
Right, that's basically what I'm saying. The serpent seed, and you know how the serpent is talking about a person. Serpents don't have seeds. Snakes, anacondas don't have seeds. You feel me? Only people have seed because seed, if you look up the word, it means sperm. You feel me? Go ahead.
Like snakes lay eggs.
Right, they lay eggs. That's what I'm saying. They don't shoot sperm. You feel me? They do it another way. You feel me? It's a lock. Go watch National Geographic or something. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. This ain't a National Geographic class. You feel me? That's why the Christian church and the Catholic church is so crazy. They had you turning a Bible study into a damn National Geographic. Because they trying to tell you how much we gotta now teach you that snakes lay eggs, they don't shoot sperm. Well, they try to tell you that they do, and it's just insane. It's a lot.
It shall bruise thy head, and that shall bruise his head.
Right, and it's talking about the governments. You feel me? The head, it shall bruise thy head, which is talking about basically like, you feel me? Like, think about like the elite black people. You feel me? They fight against the low class white people. They don't fight against the white people that's high up in government. You feel me? That's high up in society, that feet don't touch the ground. But the low class white people do fight against the middle class black people. Think about Martin Luther King. Shit, think about Martin Luther King. You feel who Martin Luther King got killed by? Some poor white dude. I forgot his name. He wasn't no rich elite white dude though. You go ahead.
Yes, like so would that go in the reverse too? Like the poor of our communities rebel against the elite, you know, of the white communities. Like it's
that's heavy.
It's the poor blacks and Hispanics that march and
right
and riot and you know, that kind of shit.
Right, that's heavy. That's heavy, real talk. But that's a curse that was talked about back in Genesis. That it'll always be friction between the serpent and the woman. The woman is blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. The serpent is the so-called white man. And that's what's happening right now.
Verse 16. Unto the woman, he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. Right.
I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and conception. That's something in your pregnancy. You feel me? Because as you see, have you ever seen some women pregnancies? It just be so bad. And then some women pregnancy, it be like, boom. Like, damn, you had it? Oh, that's what's up. Hey, congratulations, girl. You did that. You feel me? You can always tell a good sister from a wicked sister. Just about a pregnancy. You feel me? Like, real talk. Pregnancy is so bad she can't stand it. You in for a rough one. That's all I'm gonna say. That pain you hearing is what you about to go through dealing with her. If you the father and you in that room and you hearing her have that baby, it's like,
in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
Sorrow that shall bring forth children. People, I mean, women don't even want to have children. They board them $500,000 a year. You feel me? Or they get pregnant. They sad the whole pregnancy because they don't know how they're gonna take care of it. They don't know who the baby daddy is. The only people who have sorrow to bring forth children is black women, Hispanic and Native Indian women. Don't no other race of women have sorrow. They happy. Gender reveals, parties, everything. It's lit when these other races of women have children. But when black women, Hispanic and Native Indian have children, it's sorrow. You feel me? And that's a curse. You feel me? You go with it.
And thy desire shall be to thy husband.
And that desire shall be to thy husband. You feel me? Because of what you did, you brought sin into our family. That now, from now on, your desire gonna be to your husband. This ain't gonna be to nothing else, no other philosophies. Well, guess what? If it is, your life gonna be messed up, and you're gonna have 5 baby babies. You ain't gonna be able to keep a relationship. Your marriage gonna be messed up. Your children is gonna be pieces of shit, and it's gonna be because your desire wasn't to your husband. And what else?
And he shall rule over thee.
And you ain't let him rule over you. You sitting there worried about what women he dealing with. You need to be worrying about if he ruling over you. And that's what you should let him do. You should let him rule over you. Otherwise, you're going to have sorrow. You're going to be sad. You feel me? So yeah, let's drop that. And let's go to Genesis 4:23. Because it's like y'all always talk about Adam and Eve only had one wife. Well, look what happened. It wasn't so great from what I read. I don't know what you reading. It didn't sound too good to me.
Book of Genesis, chapter 4, verse 23. And Lamech said unto his wives.
His who?
His wives.
More than one.
His wives.
And you know who Lamech was? Lamech was one of the sons of Cain. Who was Cain? One of the sons of Adam. He was famous for committing the first murder in the Bible of our family. I'm pretty sure it was a bunch of murders happening with the beasts of the field. But as far as our family, nobody died from a murder. Cain was the first one to do it when he killed his brother Abel. And he had sons. And one of his grandsons, great-grandsons, whatever, you could look at the genealogy before this, it'll tell you how many grandsons. He killed a man. You feel me? Let's go get into that. But Lamech is that grandson. Let's go get into what he did. But before we get into that, he said unto his wives. He had more than one. You feel me? Because that was part of our culture. Regardless of what Cain did to Abel, Cain was one of Adam's sons. And our culture taught multiple wives. That's how you know they say Adam only had one wife, but his sons didn't. Why his sons didn't? Why his grandsons didn't? Because they was taught that it was okay.
And Lamech said unto his wives, Adah and Zillah, hear my voice, ye wives of Lamech.
House of Lamech.
Hearken unto my speech. If I have slain a man to my wounding, and a young man to my hurt.
He said, I've slain a man. Now he's talking to his wives. He said, I've slain a man. He killed a young man at that. You feel me? He killed a young man. So he just like his grandfather, Cain. He a murderer. But he was scared. That's why he went to his wives, letting them know. Go ahead.
Verse 24. If Cain shall be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 and sevenfold.
Now, I'm not saying what he did was right, but I will say them wives, he ain't sound like Adam. This the wife, the woman you gave me. I don't know what to do. He say, man, if Cain be avenged sevenfold, truly Lamech 70 times 7, which means if Cain murdered and he can't be touched, then I'm his great-great-grandson. Surely I can't be touched. Them wives made him masculine. Having more than one wife made him masculine. You feel me? He wasn't scared or nervous or, oh, it was your fault, like Adam said. You feel me? Having more than one wife made him masculine. His masculinity went up. You feel me? Real talk. So, yeah, you could drop that. Let's go to Genesis 6 and 1.
The book of Genesis, chapter 6, verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them. Verse 2.
Okay, right. So now it's a lot of people getting here now. You hear? It's getting it on now. You hear me?
Verse 2.
Are we going all the way to 6?
That the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair.
Now let's talk about the sons of God. The sons of God. You feel me? Let's talk about the sons of Adam. Because Adam was the son of God. You feel me? It's talking about Lamech and them. Lamech and all them. You feel me? The sons of God. All the men that came from Adam. You feel me? It already said Lamech had 2 wives. So multiple wives wasn't the problem. You feel me? They saw the daughters of men. The daughters of men is talking about the other races of people. You feel me? Adam was the beginning of our first family. Just like right now, we got the Israelites, which is blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. But it supposed to started with just Adam, and Adam's family was supposed to be the chosen. But they saw the daughters of men and thought they was beautiful.
And they took them wives of all which they chose.
A wife that they chose?
They took them wives.
They took wives with an S. It didn't say the daughters of men. It say men, right? No S. Men. You feel me? That they were fair and they took them wives. So the men, each one of them took wives, plural. Because that's our culture. It ain't our culture to have sex with heathen women, but it is our culture to take more than one.
Verse 3. And the Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man.
Right. And he said, my vibe, ain't gonna always strive with men. Because when he's saying that, that's not how it was supposed to go. You feel me? The sons of God is not supposed to be having sex with heathen women. No interracial dating is basically what I'm saying. This is talking about interracial dating.
For that he also is flesh.
He's flesh, which means he's weak. You feel me? Because the flesh tell you to do pleasure. You feel me? We not like angels, that created the earth, that follow orders down to the T. Our flesh tells us to do stuff, that we desire, rather than just following orders. And that's why the Most High say he regretted, because he realized y'all can give in to pleasure. Y'all ain't like angels.
Yeah, his days should be 120 years.
Right, he cut our numbers short, which means we ain't living as long as we used to.
Verse 4, there were giants in the earth in those days.
Mm-hmm. Giants in the earth. That's just talking about men that's like, there's somebody. Like, think of like LeBron James, baby. Stuff like that. LeBron James, Kyrie Irving, Patrick Mahomes. Just think of anybody that's like famous. You feel me? They like a giant in this earth.
And also after that, when the sons of God came in unto the daughters of men, and they bare children to them, the same became mighty men, which were old now.
Right, old men of renown. So basically, the interracial babies became the ones that they was picking to rule. They became the mighty men. And Patrick Mahomes is a good that's a good scenario to bring up, because Patrick Mahomes' father is black, but his mother's white. And Patrick Mahomes is already talked about as the best quarterback ever to live. And he only 5 seasons in. He got 2 Super Bowls, 2 Super Bowl MVPs, and he only 5 years in. They talk about him like he's the best quarterback ever to live. And you know why they doing that? Because of this scripture right here. It said when the sons of God came into the daughters of men, they bare children of them, and they became mighty men, which were old men of renown. You feel me? They propping up them, because you know why? He got the features of a white person, but he got all the skills of a black person, which is what they like. They're going to promote him. They're going to uplift him.
Verse 5, and God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth,
Mm-hmm.
and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually.
Right, basically saying that's all you wake up and think of every day is to do evil. Every day, all day, you waking up thinking of more to do. And you might not think it's evil. You might think it's normal because of these heathen women. You hear me? You done took these heathen women and their philosophies. So you waking up and doing all this. What you do? Wake up and roll up a blunt. Every morning you wake up and roll up a blunt. You hear me? You getting high every day. Every day, that every imagination they thoughts of their heart was only evil. Everything you doing is evil every day.
Verse 6, and it repented the Lord that he made man on the earth.
Right, he regretted it. He regretted that he made man on the earth, not because multiple wives, not because they had more than one wife, but they had interracial marriages.
And it grieved.
You read it again.
And it grieved him in his heart.
Right, and it grieved him. You feel me? He grieved because he knew a lot of people was about to die. He knew a lot of people was about to die. All his creations was about to die because of interracial dating, not because of polygamy. It is not because of polygamy. It's because of interracial dating. It's a lot of it. So yeah, we could drop that. Let's go to Genesis 16 and 1 through 3.
Book of Genesis chapter 16, verse 1. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, buried him no children.
So now Abraham, he is a descendant of, who is it? Noah, Shem, Eber, then Abraham. Not in that order, but them the prominent ones. You feel me? So Abraham is one of the sons of God, one of the sons of Adam. You feel me? And his wife bare him no children.
And she had a handmaid, an Egyptian.
Right, so she had a handmaid. Then would show that Abraham and Sarah wasn't poor people like they show in the movies. They had wealth. Otherwise, why would she have a handmaid if she's just a poor beggar? Like they try to make Abraham and Sarah look. You know why? Because they really was black people. Abraham and Sarah are black people. You hear me?
Whose name was Hagar.
Right.
Verse 2. And Sarai said unto Abram, behold, that restrained me from bearing.
Right. He restrained her from bearing, which means she couldn't have children. Bearing, that's mean you can't have children.
I pray thee, going unto my maid.
So she gave him another wife. Abraham was called the friend of God. That's what the Bible say about Abraham. And his wife gave him another woman to have a baby with because she couldn't have one. You feel me? You know why? At the time, we know that was an Egyptian. But what you got to understand is that's showing brotherhood to your man. Letting your man have another wife is showing him brotherhood. You know how? Because you can't be his everything. I know you grew up watching Lizzie McGuire. You watched The Proud Family. You watched Nickelodeon, Nick at Night, all that stuff. You watched The Cosby Show. That ain't one of good. That was probably one good one. Because the nigga, that's a lie. Scratch that. I didn't say The Cosby Show. You watched whatever TV shows you watched growing up that showed monogamy. It pushed monogamy in your brain. You can't be his everything. And that's what Sarah was saying. Sarah was a strong black woman. They tell you that you weak for letting your man have another woman. You got more strength than that nasty bitch. You got way more strength than any nasty hoe that say, my man can't have another woman the whole time she got 5 baby daddies. My man can't have another woman, she smoking Black and Mild cigarettes. My man can't have another woman, she having threesomes. She letting a girl lick up box. Salakia. That was probably a little vulgar, but it's true. Go ahead, Salakia.
Salakia said not 5. What he saying first? I need 5 bricks.
Come on, Salakia. Salakia. But no, that's what I'm saying though. Sarah and Abraham is the progenitors of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today. And she gave Abraham another wife because she couldn't be his everything. And she realized it. You feel me? And she had brotherhood for him. You feel me? She looked at him like a brother and not just like a sexual object that she want to control. You go ahead.
It may be that I may obtain children by her.
Right. And
Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai.
I bet he did. I probably would have listened to that too. Like, you say, what? Damn, this is a wise woman here. Yeah, I'm going to listen to that. You feel me? I'm telling you, you can get your man to listen to you. Your femininity is the way. Is the way. You feel me? But she couldn't have no kids. But that's synonymous with today. Women, you got to understand, man, you can't be that man's everything, man. That's why he get tired of your ass. That's why he get tired of you. You feel me? Because you can't be everything that he want. And that don't necessarily mean y'all relationship got to end. You feel me? It's just what you don't understand. Polygamy is our culture. That's a part of our culture, man, having more than one woman. It wasn't until the Roman Empire that it even became frowned upon. You go ahead.
Verse 3. And Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife.
Right, yeah. So he did that thing, you feel me? Woo. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go to Genesis 17 and 15.
Come on, sir. Book Genesis chapter 17, verse 15. And God said unto Abraham, as for Sarai thy wife, thou shalt not call her Sarai, but Sarah shall her name be.
Now, why would God do that? If you know anything, When God gives you a new name, that's because you become a new person and you earned his blessing. So why would God tell Abraham, don't call her Sarai no more? Her name is Sarah, but Sarah shall be her name. Go ahead.
Verse 16, and I will bless her and give thee a son also of her.
Right, so she couldn't have kids at first, but she loved Abraham. She loved the fact that his seed needed to live on. So she gave him another woman, a wife. She couldn't be his everything. She gave him another woman. And the Lord said, I'm going to bless her for that. She got blessed for that, for polygyny. You say you don't like it. You say it's wrong. It ain't in the Bible. A woman got blessed for it. You feel me? Go ahead.
So like it, sir. You mean she got anointed, got the oil poured, got a name change.
Man,
Just
everything. She got the whole you did. Because she believed, you feel me, in polygyny. And she ended up getting pregnant. You feel me? The Lord ended up giving her a son.
Yea, I will bless her, and she shall be a mother of nations.
She shall be a what?
A mother of nations.
Because of polygyny, because she believed in polygyny, she became a mother of nations. And guess what? It was only by one son. By one son. She only had one son, which was Isaac. Isaac had Jacob. Jacob had 12 sons. We about to get into that. And them 12 sons today is the 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And that's the mother of nations that she became. She became the mother of the children of Israel because she the grandmother of Israel. She his grandmother, our great grandmother. You feel me? Real talk. That's heavy though. So yeah, we can drop that. Oh no, wait, no, go ahead.
Kings of people shall be of her.
Right, kings of people shall be of her. So kings, the kings of people. The people is talking about the heathens. You feel me? We're gonna be kings over all of them. You feel me? And we came from her. You feel me? We kings of people, and we came from her. When she was told she wasn't gonna have no kids, gave up her handmaid to be her husband's wife. He had sex with her, had a baby. The Lord seen that she was with him. He blessed her. So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go to Genesis 29 and 30.
Come, sir. Book of Genesis, chapter 29, verse 30. And he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah.
Right. So now this is talking about Jacob. Jacob is Abraham's grandson. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob. That's his grandson. Jacob went to go marry 2 women. There we go again. Much polygamy. Purple niggas say they don't believe in polygamy. And I see why the purple niggas don't believe in polygamy, because we come to find out they don't even believe in the Bible. We're going to talk about it tomorrow, crowds but not. Ooh, we came up with another video. We trying to leave the purple niggas alone, but they keep giving us ammo. But yeah, though, you hear me? Jacob, when he went to his uncle Laban, his mother's brother, he had 2 daughters. He wanted to marry Rachel, but he had to get Leah first because she was the older. And he loved Rachel more because she was prettier than Leah. You feel me? Go ahead.
And served with him yet 7 other years.
Mm-hmm. So he had to serve 7 years for Leah, then he served 7 more for Rachel. We're going all the 32.
Come, verse 31. And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated.
Right, she was hated. You feel me? And not hated like, just think it more like despised, because Rachel was prettier. And he wanted to marry Rachel. That's who he wanted, but she was younger, and it was not our custom. It wasn't our custom. Just like it's not our customs to teach monogamy. That's not us. This Bible is talking about blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. It's not our custom. Just like it wasn't our custom to marry the younger before the older. So he had to get both of them.
And when he saw it, and when the Lord saw that Leah was dead, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren.
Right. Rachel was barren. So he made, just like Sarah couldn't have children, he made it so Rachel couldn't. And Leah, her womb was open. I think Leah had 6 babies. She had 6. You hear me? Real talk. And she was the one that was hated.
And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben.
Right. And Leah conceived, their son called his name Reuben. Reuben is the so-called Seminole Indians today, the ones that fought in all the Seminole Indian wars. They would be what people call the darker skinned Indians or whatever. You feel me? It is what it is. That was the firstborn. His firstborn son was by a woman that was hated. You feel me?
For she said, "Surely the Lord had looked upon my affliction."
Right, looked upon my affliction, because he didn't want me more than he wanted my sister. Yeah, they both loved Jacob. Both of his wives, they were sisters at the time. We don't do that no more. That's not part of our custom, culture. But at the time, we was a small family, so they thugged it out. You feel me? They thugged it out, and Moses seen that wasn't good to do. That's why Moses came up with the law, saying you can't marry 2 blood sisters, because he seen that it would cause a lot of confusion and friction, like it did right here with Jacob. You feel me?
Now therefore my husband will love me.
Right. So now she's saying, because my affliction was Jacob not liking me as much as Rachel, because I'm not as pretty as her. But now he will love me because I had his firstborn son. And this is another thing, is you need to treat your women equal. Like Jacob wasn't right for doing that either. You feel me? Now we understand, because of circumstances you might deal with one more than the other, but you shouldn't look at one better than the other. They should all be an equal playing field. You feel me? Real talk. And that's not what Jacob did. And look what happened. He was trying to get Rachel pregnant. The Lord closed her womb up and let Leah have 6 sons. You feel me? But you could drop that. Let's go to Genesis 30:1.
Come. Look at Genesis chapter 30, verse 1. And when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, Rachel envied her sister.
Right. So when Rachel saw that she picked up any children, she envied her. She was mad. You know, competition. She done it was in competition. Like, damn, he got her pregnant. I didn't get pregnant. You know, they fighting for his love. And that's really how it's supposed to be. The women you deal with supposed to be fighting for your love and attention, not the other way around. For you simps out there, simping is not part of our culture. Salami. Being a simp is not part of our culture. If you out there simping for women, if you wake up every day trying to please a woman, that ain't our culture. I'm just saying, she gonna leave you. That's all I can give you. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Rachel envied her sister and said unto Jacob, "Give me children, or else I die."
Right. So now she's saying, "Give me a child, else I'm dying." And it's the pretty one. This the one that he really wanted. This the one he wanted. He didn't even want the other one. He just wanted this one so bad that he got that one first, and then worked another 7 years to get that.
Verse 2. And Jacob's anger was kindled against Rachel,
Mm-hmm.
and he said, "Am I in God's stead?"
Right. He said, "Am I in God's stead?" Like, man, look, that's the most high job. That ain't my job. How you gonna be mad at me? How you gonna be mad at me because you can't get pregnant, man? That's between you and the Most High. And that's one thing we say in the UPK. Between you and the Most High. You gonna what? Look, man, you smell like weed, but that's between you and the Most High. I see you over there talking to that white girl. That's between you and the Most High. And that's basically what Jacob is saying. That's between you and the Most High. It's a lie. I don't know why you can't have no babies, but Leah is popping them out. And it is what it is. Yeah.
Who had withheld from thee the fruit of thy womb.
Right, that's what he said. Like, Moses, I held the fruit of thy womb. I ain't doing that. That ain't got nothing to do with me. And then he know this from his grandmother, Sarah. This happened to her.
Verse 3, and she said, "Behold, my maid, Bilhah."
Right, so she had a maid, which showed that Jacob wasn't a man with sackcloth, running around with all these women, and he was broke. Because his woman had a maid.
Go in unto her.
This is what Rachel said, the pretty one. For you women out there that say, "Oh, you only got multiple wives," they ugly. Y'all got multiple. First of all, they not. That's all cap. For anybody that say in ISUPK, y'all women believe in multiple wives because they ugly, that's cap. You feel me? The women in UPK is the prettiest women in all of the world. You feel? Go ahead.
Like I said, and the insecure.
And they insecure, they this and that, man. It's not true. Because Rachel, which was the prettiest one, she gave him another woman. Because she couldn't have children, because she couldn't be his everything. Man, look, this is crazy, man. That's what I'm telling you, man. This is a class about why polygamy is part of our culture, but it's also a class about sisterhood, though. You feel me? Because you got to show some sisterhood, man, and realize that you can't be that nigga everything. And he might be able to handle another one. You feel me? And you might need to let him go on out there and do his due diligence. What the Bible say? His due benevolence. So like it. Let him do his due benevolence, and you chill and relax. And I'm telling you, the nigga ain't going nowhere. But you women, you dealing with niggas in the world, fake Israelite groups that want to have threesomes with y'all. That's not our culture. Threesomes, having sex with whores, that's not our culture. That's why you think polygamy is so bad, because you thinking he gonna have sex and bring you something back. If he bring you something back, that's probably because he having sex with hoes. It ain't because he having sex with a woman that's just his, that don't have sex with another man. Having sex with different men, that's what brings the disease, because all that bacteria build up inside you, and then you give it to a man and he give it to his woman, which means he was dealing with a hoe. Which men shouldn't do, because that's not a part of our culture.
Going unto her, and she shall bear upon my knees, that I may also have children by her.
Right. So yeah, she's saying go have sex with her. So you can have a baby with her. You feel me? And it'll be like me giving you a baby through her.
Verse 4, and she gave him Bilhah, her handmaid, to wife, and Jacob went in unto her.
Oh, you go ahead, yeah. So they basically just had sex.
Verse 5, and Bilhah conceived and bare Jacob a son.
Right, yep. So Rachel couldn't have a kid, gave her handmaid to him to be a wife, and she got pregnant.
Verse 6, and Rachel said, God had judged me, and had also heard my voice, and had given me a son.
And did what?
Given me a son.
And where did she get that from? Giving her man another wife. She got that from Sarah. They foremother. Abraham and Sarah had the same problem. And when the Lord see that you're not selfish, you feel me, and you're willing to preserve your man's seed, which is the biggest thing, is the seed living on. You preserving his seed, letting him have more than one woman, which is basically knowing you can't be his end all, be all, his everything. You just can't do it. And it ain't nothing wrong with that. Every woman got a different set of skills. Every woman got a different set of skills. It's just that simple. And because you don't have them skills don't make you less of a woman. Because this woman that she's giving don't make her even no better than her either. It's just she got a skill where she can have babies.
Therefore,
and the Lord ended up giving her a son because he seen that. He had respect for that.
Therefore called she his name Dan.
Right, Dan. So yep. So she had a son. Rachel's son name was Dan. Go ahead to verse. We can drop that. Let me see what. Go ahead to verse 7.
Come. Verse 7. And Bilhah, Rachel's maid, conceived again and bare Jacob a second son.
Right. So then she ended up having a whole nother son. You feel me? So now they just spitting them out left and right. Now they in competition. So yeah, let's drop down to verse 9.
Come. When Leah saw that she had left barren, she took Zilpah, her maid.
So now Leah can't have no kids. So guess what she did?
She took Zilpah, her maid, and gave her to Jacob.
And she get now the other sister is she down with it. She with the program. Now Jacob got 3 wives right now. He got Rachel, Leah, and Bilhah. Now Leah can't have no babies. She like, well, I got a handmaid. I'm gonna give my handmaid to my husband to be his wife. So now Jacob got 4 wives. You feel me? He got 4 wives now. You know why? Because that was a part of our culture. You hear Adam and Eve, and you think that was our culture. That wasn't our culture. That bitch brought sin. So like, Eve brought sin into the world. She brought sin into our family. Her son was murdered by her other son. You feel me? And then their great grandson had 2 wives, bragging about it, bragging about he killed somebody to both of his wives because he was over masculine. You feel me?
Verse 10. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son.
Right. So now the maid, now he got 4 wives. He got more sons. Are we going all the way to 13?
Come. Verse 11. And Leah said, a troop cometh, and she called his name Gad.
A troop. You feel me? How about you? Rocket. You hear me? A troop coming. Nah, that's my tribe of Gad, right? But yeah, though. So now Lord opened her womb, and now she done gave birth to Gad, the so-called North American Indians.
Verse 12. And Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a second son.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 13. And Leah said, happy am I, for the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher.
She called his name what?
She called his name Asher.
She called his name Asher. You hear me? Shout out Leah, you hear me? Shout out Leah, man. She was the matrix. The tribe of Gad and Asher came out of Leah, came out of the matrix. You hear me? Real talk. So yeah, we could drop that. Matter of fact, hold on, wait. Let me see something. All right, you can drop that. Let's go to Judges 16 and 27. And also the tribe of Judah came out of Leah too. I think the tribe of Judah came out of Leah, which of course is the tribe that Christ come from. You hear me?
Book of Judges, chapter 16, verse 27. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there. And there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld while Samson made sport.
Oh, it's a lot. Let me get that. Judges 16 and 27. So you go ahead.
Book of Judges, chapter 16, verse 27. Now the house was full of men and women, and all the lords of the Philistines were there.
Right. So just to give a backstory, this is about Samson. Samson, at the time of the Judges, was at war with the Philistines, on and off. Philistines. If you heard about David and Goliath came from out of the Philistines, was a tribe of Africans. It came from Ham, the youngest son of Noah, probably 96 years before the flood. Gave birth to all the dark races, not the Negroes. You hear me? It's funny how we could just that's just ingrained in us. You hear me? But yeah, though. So now Samson, he fell in love with a Philistine woman, a heathen woman. You feel me? And Samson was prophesied to lead. You feel me? To lead us out of captivity under the Philistines. You hear me? But it wasn't. When you read that, you probably thought it was going to be something glorious, when it was something as stupid as what we about to do right now, because he fumbled basically.
And there were upon the roof about 3,000 men and women that beheld Samson, beheld while Samson made sport.
Right, made sport. They made fun of him. You feel me? Samson was big, strong Danite. You feel me? He was from the tribe of Dan. You feel me? He was strong, and they feared him, man. They were so scared of him, they sent a woman to find out his weakness, a heathen woman that he loved. Her name was Delilah or something. Delilah, I think.
Verse 28.
And it's funny, sport, because made sport mean to be made fun of. But now what's today? Called sports, football, basketball. You feel me? All that stuff. It's called sports. But back then, the term sport was to be made fun of.
Verse 28, and Samson called unto the Lord and said, O Lord God, remember me.
Right, remember me. I'm one of the children of Israel.
I pray thee, and strengthen me. I pray thee only this once, O God, that may be at once avenged for the Philistines for my 2 eyes.
Right, they plucked out both his eyes. You feel me? They humiliated Samson. And they got 3,000 of them partying. You feel me? They partying right now, celebrating the fact that they finally got him. Because you go back and read, the story of Samson, he was doing a lot of stuff, you feel me, to like bring down the kingdom. Slowly, if he would have kept going, he would have been successful.
Verse 29, and Samson took hold of the 2 middle pillars upon which the house stood, and on which it was borne up, of the one with his right hand.
And the pillars, if that's the 2 things that basically stop everything from collapsing. And they tied his arms to both of those.
And of the other with his left.
Right, so he got one like this, basically tied to the pillars. And he begging the Lord for one last chance to avenge, for what they did to him.
Verse 30, and Samson said, let me die with the Philistines.
Right, and he ready to die with him because he know all the stuff he did, he deserved to die. Because he betrayed his people for a heathen woman. His mother said, out of all the children of my people and of Israel, you want this uncircumcised Philistine? That's what she said. That's in the Bible. I'm paraphrasing it, but that's exactly what she said. She said, out of all the daughters of my people and Israel, because Israel, what we usually do is mix with our tribe, but it's not unlawful for you to get another tribe of Israel. But mostly you just mix with yours to keep keep everything strong. But long as it ain't a Levite, you can mix with the other ones. You feel me? And that's what his mother told him. Like, why not pick another Danite or another tribe? Why you want a heathen? And she called her uncircumcised, which means unclean. You feel me? Like he disowned his people for a heathen woman, not polygamy. A heathen woman, not polygamy. You go ahead.
And he bowed himself with all his might, and the house fell upon the lords, and upon all.
Right, and they say lords because it's talking about the people that's in high power. Because these is all Philistines, so this is not talking about Israelites. These is Philistine people partying. We call them lords because they like the higher power of the Philistines, and the whole house fell upon them.
And upon all the people that were therein.
And they said it was 3,000 of them.
So the dead which he slew with his death were more than they which he slew with his life.
Right. So all the people he killed of the Philistines when he was alive didn't match up to what he slew when he died. And he asked the Lord for that. And all that was because of a heathen woman, not polygamy. Not polygamy.
Verse 31.
Now you can drop that. Let's go to let's go up to 18 and 19. It's like that's on me. We missed that because I did that first.
Come. The book of chapter 16, verse 18.
And this will break down why that came to that.
And when Delilah saw that he had told her all his heart.
Right, he told her all his mind. And that Delilah is the Philistine woman that he was lusting after.
She sent and called to the Philistines, saying, come up this once, but he has showed me all his heart.
Right, so she showed me all his mind. So after she done finesse Samson and all the stuff that makes him so great, she went and told the Philistines, it's like, come on, let's get him. Oh, go ahead.
It's like it says, he was pillow talk.
Yeah, he was pillow. Nigga. We finna start charging $19.99 for these classes. No, we not. But I'm just saying though that he was pillow talking, which he shouldn't have done. Shouldn't have been pillow talking.
The lords of the Philistines came up unto her and brought money in their hand.
Right. So the Philistines came over to her, brought money in their hand because they was paying her for what she done. You feel me? They was happy about it. You feel me? She was successful because they needed to find out his strength. Like, what is it that's making him so strong and mighty? Because he was messing them up. He was definitely messing them up. You go ahead.
Verse 19, and she made him sleep upon her knees. And she called for a man, and she caused him to shave off the 7 locks of his head.
Right, because that was his strength. He said that his strength was in his hair because he never, ever cut his hair. They say he was a Nazarite since birth. You feel me? And he never cut his hair. Never ever cut his hair. Now that's not in our culture. Like braids is our culture, but never ever cutting your hair. You don't have to do that. But because braids is in our culture, if you never cut it, that is an honorable thing. That's real honorable to never cut your son's hair since they was from birth. But as long as you ain't shaving it bald and getting shape up linings and all that shit, you know, you good. For people out there that think you can't. But yeah, that's an honorable thing to never ever cut their hair since they was like a little kid. But you got to be born in the truth for that to be something that happened. Because most people just automatically think when they kid get 1 year old, give them a haircut. But that's a whole other topic.
And she began to afflict him, and his strength went.
Right, his strength, his morals. He lost his morals and everything. Everything was gone when he told this woman, you know, where his strength was at, when it was in his head.
So it's like the strength wasn't in his head, the strength was in her.
Right. Right, you feel me? He told her what it was, and she cut his hair, and he lost it. You feel me? Don't give over your morals to a woman, man. And now wait, what the Bible say? Don't give your strength over to a woman. It's a lot here. Damn, that's heavy. The Bible say don't give your strength over to a woman. But that's why, like we always say, like, you know, we know what we know at the ISUPK because we got the Old, the Apocrypha, and the New Testament. We know more than they know. You feel me? As mighty as these men were, they don't know as much as we know. And that's what makes everything in ISUPK, that's what makes the ISUPK so perfect. Because we know more than Samson knew. You feel me? We know more than all them prophets of old knew because we got the Old and the New Testament. We got the spirit of why they was even told to do the stuff they was doing. Like real talk. You could drop that and let's go to 1 Kings 11:1.
Come on. The book of 1 Kings, chapter 11, verse 1. But King Solomon loved many strange women.
Right, he loved what?
Many strange women.
Now, King Solomon was the one that David said, sit in my right hand while I make, you feel me, the enemies the footstool. I'm paraphrasing, but King David, that was his father. He said he was preparing the temple for Solomon because he had too much blood on his hands to build the temple. He had too much blood from killing Israelites. He had to kill Israelites to get the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom together. You feel me? Real talk. But then Solomon loved many strange women.
Together with the daughter of Pharaoh.
The daughter of Pharaoh.
Women of the Moabites.
The Egyptians and the Chinese. Moabites, that's the Chinese.
Ammonites.
The Ammonites, that's the Japanese.
Edomites.
White women.
Zidonians.
That's you ever heard of Jezebel? You ever heard your mama say you a Jezebel? You ever heard the pastor say something about Jezebel? They was talking about a hoe. Jezebel wasn't even a hoe. She just killed the prophets and taught philosophy from her people, which was whoredom. So you could say she was a hoe, but it didn't say that she was a hoe. It just said she was prophets. You feel me? Which is evil as hell. And that's why she died and got ate by dogs. But the Zidonians, that's a tribe of Africans that Jezebel come from.
And
another group of Africans that occupied our land, we had to fight when we came out of Israel. These the women that he took. He took African women, white women, Japanese women, Chinese women. You feel me? He took all these different women, Egyptian women. This was Solomon did. Solomon is the son of David. He was the wisest king that ever lived. But this is what he did. He took heathen women. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Of the Lord of the nations concerning which the Lord said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them.
So the Lord been said not to have sex with all these different type of women. It didn't never say, the Lord never said you couldn't have sex with multiple women. He said don't have sex with them women. You got 12 tribes of Israel. You got Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian women. You could choose from any of them. Don't choose the Chinese and the Japanese and the Africans and women.
Neither shall they come in unto you.
Neither shall they come in unto you. You hear me?
For surely they will turn away your heart after their God.
And that's exactly what happened. You feel me? All Solomon's sons turned wicked as hell, start worshiping idols. You feel me? Because of their mothers was heathens. They mothers, Solomon got these women pregnant and they had sons. And guess what who them sons learned from? They mothers. And it turned away them from following their gods, man. And they started following the white women's God. You feel me? The Egyptian women God, the Hittites, the Zidonians, the Ammonites, the Moabites. You feel me? Start following their gods because their mothers and them. Go ahead.
Solomon clave unto these in love.
He loved them heathen women, man. In Solomon's old age, he felt weak. He was the wisest king, and he let these heathen women make him fall weak to where the whole nation started serving their gods. Don't say nothing about polygamy. Say it's talking about interracial dating all over again.
And he had 700 wives.
Solomon had 700 wives. Princesses.
And 300
concubines. He had 300 concubines. Now it say that Solomon had dealt with all these other nations of women. Verse 1 say he loved many strange women. Them is the wives. You feel me? Them is the 700 wives. So who was the 300 concubines? You know who the concubines is? Israelite women. Solomon did the same thing that's happening right now. He put the women of his family below heathen women. Solomon back then basically was saying, if it ain't foreign, it's born. Passport bros. Ain't nothing new under the sun. It's nothing new under the sun. Solomon having 700 wives wasn't evil. The evil thing is the 700 wives was the heathen women. Was the Edomites, the Moabites, the Ammonites, the Egyptians, the Zidonians. He had 700 heathen wives. And he had 300 concubines. The concubines was the Israelite women, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian. He made them lower. That's what a concubine is. They lower. You feel me? Than your actual wife. You feel me? He made them lower. You go ahead.
And his wives turned away his heart.
The concubines?
His wives turned away his heart.
The Edomites.
His wives turned away.
Moabites and Ammonites.
His wives turned away his heart.
The Zidonians and the Hittites. They the ones turned away his heart. Not the concubines, because the concubines was the Israelite women. But he put them at a lower status. Go ahead.
Come. Verse 4. For it came to pass when Solomon was old that his wives turned away his heart after other gods.
The concubines did it.
His wives turned away his heart.
His wives turned away his heart. Because his wives was what? Let's go back. His wives was Pharaoh's daughter, Moabites, Chinese, Ammonites, Japanese, Edomites, white women, Zidonians, Africans, Hittites, another group of Africans. They turned away his heart at the other gods. His wives did it, not the concubines. The concubines was Black, Hispanic, Native Indian women wondering what the hell they doing below these heathen. What the fuck you doing with heathen women anyway? You supposed to be the king of Israel.
And his heart was not perfect with the Lord his God.
He felt weak. Solomon in his old age, he felt weak. And he started having sex with heathen women. And he turned after their gods, which is crazy because he was supposed to be the wisest king to ever live.
As was the heart of David his father.
Right, as was the heart of David his father. Yeah. Because David wasn't perfect either, but David didn't do that. So, like, he did commit adultery with a man's wife. And his son died for it. But David didn't do that. So, like, that's why we wear the shield of David and not the shield of Solomon. You feel me? So yeah, let's drop that. Let's go to Ezekiel 24:16.
Come. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 24, verse 16. Son of man, behold.
Right, son of man. Now that's an old school term, son of man, because son of man just means son of Adam. If you look up that word man in the coordinates, it means Adam, and that's just a term which means you a follower of Adam. And what did Adam do? Adam taught the laws of God to his children. That's why they had multiple wives. That's why they had polygamy, because it's a part of our culture. And that's why Ezekiel is called the son of man, because he taught what Adam taught. You feel me? And I know you like, well, damn, Noah had 3 sons, but you got to understand, us being a part of Adam's family is separate. You feel me? Because Adam's family was the first chosen family on the planet. So throughout his generation, we had to be brought back through his sons. And that's why when Noah had 3 sons, one of them name was Shem. Shem had a son that name was Eber, which translates to Hebrew now. That's where you get the word Hebrew from, the language, because the language Hebrew all the way back to Adam. That was what Adam spoke, Hebrew. And then through Shem, Eber, Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, 12 tribes of Israel, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. So Ezekiel was called the son of man out of respect, saying he was the son of Adam, which means anointed of Adam, which means you teaching what Adam taught. Ain't nobody doing nothing God say to do. Just like during the time of Adam, nobody did what God said to do. That's why he was picked, to start that first person to come to truth. Go ahead.
Come, son of man, behold, I take away from thee the desire of thine eyes with a stroke.
Right, that's talking about his woman. He had one woman. He didn't have more than one. He had one. He was doing monogamy. Not because it was the law, that's just what his preference was. And he desired her more than to teach the truth. And the Lord took her away. That's what the Lord did.
Yet neither shalt thou mourn nor weep, neither shalt thy tears run down.
And don't cry over it. I'm going to take this one wife. He ain't say I'm going to take, you got 5 women, I'm going to take all 5 of them. He only had one, and he killed her. The Lord killed his only wife because he loved her more than he loved the truth. Multiple wives, monogamy didn't save her. And he was called the son of man, which is honorable. Which means you're the only one teaching what Adam taught. We living like the beast of the field, but you living like Adam. And your wife still died, and you only had one. Monogamy wasn't the reason why she died. It's because he loved her more than he loved the truth. So you could drop that last scripture. Let's go to Isaiah 4:1.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 4, verse 1. And in that day,
and with all that being said, in that day, after all that stuff we talked about, in that day, 7
women shall take hold of one man.
You want to stop being single? You want a high value man? You want a man that you can love for the rest of your life? You're going to have to put down and take yourself off a pedestal and realize that man that you're looking for already got a wife. You're going to have to be like Sarah. You're going to have to be like Leah. You're going to have to be like Rachel. And you're going to have to just submit to the fact that this man can have more than one. It's part of our culture.
Saying, we will eat our own bread.
Right, we'll make our own money.
And wear our own apparel.
Buy our own clothes. We don't need you buying us no Birkin bag. We don't need you buying us nothing. We don't need you spending all your money on us.
Only let us be called by thy name.
Only let me take your rod at night. I don't need your money. I don't need you buying me no Birkin bags. I just want to be taking your rod at night.
To take away our reproach.
To take away our shame. Reproach means shame. Take away the fact that I've had sex with 30 men and none of them married me. Take away the fact I got 2 baby daddies. None of them wanted to be with me. Take away the fact I went into college for 10 years. I got a career and I still don't got a man. I'm 40 years old. Take away my shame. And that day, which is talking about right now, women are going to be begging men to take away their shame. The lie they've been living their whole life because of Disney Channel, Nickelodeon, and whatever the fuck else your ass been taught. Much polygamy. Polygamy is a part of our culture. You feel me? Tune in, ISUPK, on the Command Honda, Monday to Friday. Hey, how about you, Shabbat Thumb? How about Shema Thumb? About Shema Shah?